YouTube, what the crap's going on? Heir of Carthage here, and we are back at Rome, which has that beautiful Carthaginian crescent moon flying over it. Alright, well, there may be Rome fans who are watching, and they're like, well, Aaron, my campaign, that's not the way it happened. Probably true, right? Like, if you were playing a Roman campaign, you would never let these Carthaginian scum get into your capital. But, you know, we're playing as Carthage, and I'm enjoying it. Hopefully you all are enjoying the game, too. We also have Corinth captured over here, so Carthage is becoming not just an empire, but we are taking on all these old seats of power and culture and replacing it with our own. So, talk about awesome. We're going to tear down this temple so that I can build something in its place. Oh, so yeah, let's tear that down. All right. Come on, Corinth, what's wrong? I'm just tearing down your ancient temples. What's your problem? It actually should stabilize pretty decent once we get the public baths and other stuff put back together, and we will begin punicizing. Yeah, I don't know. What is the word for Carthagizing? Carthaginian is punicizing? I don't know. Oh boy. Making up words while I go here, folks. I'm making it up as I go. That's just fine. It's fun. Alright, we've got some fleets here for the Macedonians. Let's attack them. Ooh, we sunk 2 of their ships. That's pretty great. And we defeated that navy. That leaves us in a pretty good place. Let's head back to Croton here. Replenish our ships. And then at Rome, the Julii are trying to blockade me. I would say it's funny, but you're almost starting to feel bad for these guys at this point. This ramshackle navy is all they can put together, and many of them died in the attempt. Alright, so we dealt people some sound defeats when it comes to the seas, which is great. That's definitely what we want. And Hannibal's army is fully retrained, which is also excellent. That's what we want. We have our army ashore, and our 2 new governors. Let's put one in Tarentum. So now we have governors in Sicily to kind of help make it harder to be bribed and overthrown. And this army, wow, this army's got a lot of movement points. We might actually be able to attack this general up here. And I think that, honestly, the Romans just have a ton of family members stacked up here. We've got elephants in Italy, folks. We have elephants in Italy. Now, we could just go ahead. Actually, we can't assault a walled settlement. Okay, they have a unit of... Yeah, look, they did hit the Marian. Look, it's the legionary cohorts. So they just hit the Marian reform right at their downfall. Not the best timing for them, you know? Timing could have been better. Probably should have been better. Alright. Let's continue, or maintain the siege. Yeah, the SPQR Romans are in a world of hurt. I do mean a world of hurt. It is not going to be good for them. And let's see. In Macedon, our army at Corinth. I cannot retrain the Sacred Band, but we can retrain our Libyan Spearmen. And we still got plenty of Sacred Bandsmen for now. We can even train plenty infantry here, which... not near as good as Sacred Band in its effectiveness, but it's good. So let's see here. Is it Control M? I think that merges these. Will it work? Yeah. Okay. It worked. So I did a Control M. So we have 1 unit of Sacred Band that's only got 53. We'll just keep it here, and we'll use it to replenish the others. And then we'll start training some Pueni infantry, and if we ever get low on Sacred Band, we can just rely on the Pueni infantry. So should be just fine, and again, while not quite as potent as Sacred Band, it is still quite good. Still quite good. Let's use our diplomat and keep scouting. We had eyes on some armies up here, and they're still there. I kind of just want to keep tabs on the Macedonians the best I can, so that we have an idea about whether we're going to be attacked. We, see this direction over here at Patavium. Patavium is a little bit exposed. It's not ideal for what I would like. In fact, we should probably queue up stone walls next. that'll basically put Macedon at a huge disadvantage if they decide to siege us, because their units are just not good at fighting on walls. And so when we have the stone walls, it puts them in a really bad position to fight from. Can't fit both of these units in, but I can pull this one unit in, like this. And then I can pick my Sacred Band. I could rearrange these. I don't want to auto-merge all units. I just want to do it with just my Sacred Band, so I'm going to select them all and hit Control-M. And you can see we used that unit to replenish the ones that we have, so that's excellent. And soon enough, you know, we'll eventually be able to train Sacred Band here. In fact, I'm going to send this unit back to Alesia, and I can train it up yet again. You know what? I'll just send this one back with it because we don't need it for now. I'll just stick it in the same stack, and they can walk back together. And we've got our Sacred Band retrained now, so it's another way you can retrain your troops when you don't have the facilities needed, technically speaking. Retrain them all. Alright, let's look at a few things here. We got a whole bunch of cash on hand. Let's see what we can do from a building standpoint. Use that cash on something useful, like this irrigation at Carthago Nova. At Osca. Do the same thing, let's just build extra farms. Nepte is still too small, but growing nicely. Actually, I say growing nicely. It was growing nicely. It now has negative population growth. Not exactly good news for us. Dunham has expanded. That's good news. Cyrene, let's put the farms all the way up. Croton. Croton is fairly close to becoming a much larger city. I'm going to put the mines in, get some extra income for now. I like having the roads everywhere, so let's get those built. And at Thermone, we can build the awesome Temple of Melkor. I really wish I would have done a Temple to Baal there, but that's okay. We'll build it in another settlement. Which actually means that we don't necessarily need to focus on that temple. Might be better off to focus on the dockyard where we can retrain our fleets better. Siwa has grabbed a lot of population from where we've enslaved Rome and other settlements. And in Rome, I'm going to start building a large Temple of Baal. And then we've got Thebes and Corinth here. At Thebes, I did not rebuild a different temple because I believe the one they have allows me to train Sacred Band. Which is very interesting. I wonder if that's where you train Pharaoh's Guard from? It's possible. I don't know for certain. Very curious, one way or the other. Looks like we are retraining troops there regardless. So that is all I can do from a building standpoint. The Chulii have a really high level admiral there. That's interesting. Yeah, well, Egypt is hurting. They took a beating. They have taken a beating. Their home province is all under our control. Greece has remained an ally, which is pretty great. Like I said, I might give them some of these if they stay that, or if they become a protectorate, for instance, I could give them some of this. Otherwise, it's not going to count towards my victory stuff, I don't think. Could be wrong. I don't think it will. Anyway, I think it's time for us to end a turn. I've got this army that's hunting down peasant stacks in Africa. We seem to have plenty of them. All the peasants be jealous of my Carthaginian Republic. What kind of things are you all enjoying or not enjoying about the game? I don't know, for me, about this game, I think that just the new UI and controls, and I know not everybody will agree on UI, because some people get a lot more into it than I do, but oh my, really? Reese! Bro! We were pals! What happened here? We were bros! Brochacho! Wow, they are stacked with armored hoplites. Like, absolutely stacked. Oh boy. Greece, 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 Greece. I'm so disappointed. So disappointed. Betrayed. The insolence and treachery of these people knows no bounds. Like sun-maddened dogs, they turn upon us with bared teeth. Like mad dogs, they should be put down so that the infection cannot spread. I agree. We lost our governor. Thapsus. Unfortunate. I don't have any others around at the moment. This guy can govern Thapsus. That dirty dog. Back, let's bring this guy back here to govern Thapsus, and let's take this army over here. We'll join it to the governor here and go take out those rebels. That should work. Oh, we got more rebels here that we can put down too. In fact, if I just have a little bit of cavalry, this governor here should be more than capable. Snag a couple of long shields. Well, I mean, I don't want to just sit here and stay sieged because I'll lose troops over time, and I didn't get all my cavalry retrained, which is really unfortunate. It looks like Greece is just armored hoplite spam. And my thinking here is, if I focus them with Sacred Band, their hoplites have upgrades. It's going to be a close fight. I think Sacred Band are just straight up better. We'll have to look at the stats on the battle map to know for certain. I hope I'm right. But I know Armored Hoplites are pretty good. Like, they are pretty solid fighting unit. Like, the Armored Hoplites are probably a match or more for my pointy infantry. So yeah, we'll just have to see how this goes. But if indeed my Sacred Band are better, which, like I said, with the upgrades, it may make the difference. We will see. If they are, I'm going to basically just let my Sacred Band win their fights and try and avoid other fights. And then we'll finish up the Greeks as we chew a hole through their main line. But we'll need to check the stats as we do this. I could fight them on the walls, but that probably won't benefit me a whole lot more than it would them, because they have all those armored units. It's going to be a mess all the way around. So whereas my Sacred Band, for instance, were very superior on the walls to, say, a Phalangist, the Armored Hoplites are going to be very, very similar to my Sacred Band. And so I don't want to take that chance on the walls of basically giving my enemy a fight that would be too equal for my liking. We have the one pointy infantry. It's ready. And we have our Libyan. Libyans should be good against the Greek infantry in terms of, you know, just fighting on like a flank or something, but clearly we're not going to want to go head on with them. Oh, we're just going to see how this goes. Wish I could get the Greeks up close enough to my towers to give them a bit of a beating. Stick this pointy infantry behind my Sacred Band right there. We'll just use the Libyans to kind of hold the flank. It's gonna take forever to get all these guys out of the gate, so let's fast forward. Let these chatterheads clog up the gate. Not too bad. Looks like they're doing as well as they do on the small gates. The Greeks are actually lining up down the hill. That is an incredibly stupid move, because the height gradient's gonna make a big difference, and even if my Sacred Band were only equals, they should now be better. In fact, let's take a look at the stats while we're at it here. So my Sacred Band Spearmen, on this left-hand side, it's 10, 13, 9. So let's compare that to the Greeks. 8, 11, 7. So we are straight up better in morale, attack, and alternate attack. And then as far as the standard stats here, it's 24, 11, 8, 5, 4. Or sorry, 24, 11, 8, yeah, 24, 11, 8, 5, 4. And here it's 24, 11, 8, 5, 4. So they are very, very similar on a defense standpoint, but my Sacred Band have higher attack and alternate attack. So that is going to be a benefit for me. Yeah, even with their upgrades, I should be superior, and then especially when we get the height gradient. So that is good news. You always want to do some of this knowledge building prior to these engagements. I'm going to have to be very careful with my cavalry, by the way. We want to engage this right-hand side of the Greek army, if at all possible, because it is downhill. And then we want to ignore the rest of the Greek army as best we can. And knowing the AI, they're just going to keep backing up no matter how close to them I get. It seems that way sometimes. Oh no, here they come. They're coming forward. Bad for me. Smart move for them. Smart move for them. My plenty are still in a phalanx formation. Let's get them there. What do they got here? There was some kind of skirmisher. Get a light infantry. It's a peltast. Okay, not worried about a peltast. Let's see, we're just gonna wrap this flank back. And see, now they have to come in range of my towers. So I am totally okay with that. Alright. Greeks. Let's dance. Let's dance. Basically protect my flanks. Okay, here we go, here we go. Sit plate. Phalanx. 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 Okay, we should start to get some favorable engagements. We gotta protect our flank here, though. It's going good so far. Definitely going good so far. Alright, so we've got our flank protected. We should create a hole in the middle of the Greek line. That's a huge armored bodyguard. And the armored bodyguards are really some of the only powerful cavalry that the Greeks have. We are certainly beating their armored hoplites. Let's turn on this one and outflank it, yeah. I've got these weird engagement angles, though, that I don't think are really doing me any good. I'm gonna try and straighten this unit out a little. Same thing here and here. I'm gonna try and straighten these units up a little and then give an attack order, so hopefully get a little bit better line of attack. Okay, yep, we broke one here, so let's start wrapping up this flank. Need to finish breaking this armored hoplite. So the supremacy of our sacred band is absolute at the moment. It's unfortunate for our former Greek friends, but very good for us. I've got these guys, like, they are like stuck doing something. I can't get them to recall here. I remember this happening sometimes in the original game, so it's apparently one of those little quirks that the game kept. Let's just, okay, defeated them. I'm gonna leave one unit here to mop up any... Actually, we don't need that one to do that, because I can use this unit for that. Alright, we are doing just fine. Gonna be a bit of a phalanx grind here, folks. Re-engage that armored hoplite that's come back from routing. There we go. Alright, we're going to put this unit in the wood chipper. And we've gotten them. I'm wondering if their general is just going to let me march right into them. This pointy infantry hasn't even really engaged the armored hoplites. Sometimes with your infantry, like with your heavy infantry, it really does not hurt you to be in a blockier formation. I know that feels like taboo with more modern Total War games to be in that type of formation, because you feel like, you know, the mechanics of the newer games are just very different. And what I'm trying to say is, like, don't let that feel like a taboo. In this game, blocky formations do seem to help your mass, keep you from being completely plowed through. Could be wrong. I don't understand them perfectly, but I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty certain the blocky formations not only make you more maneuverable, but for a phalanx unit, I think it helps your mass as you engage the enemy. I need this unit to pop out of phalanx and hurry down here. Attack this bodyguard. That bodyguard is absolutely massive. In fact, I'm going to send some help that way. They're regrouped Armored Hoplite. I can't believe that thing's still fighting. Start moving over here and see if we can bottle these guys up. Let's clean this up. Alright, the Greeks are pincered on this flank. Just gonna move to continue an outflank. Let's bring this Sacred Band down to go after the... Nope, the regrouped unit already routed. So this is gonna be a massive defeat for the Greeks, who are just completely and utterly overmatched by my Sacred Band. Armored Hoplites are good units, and you saw their stats there. You saw their stats. They are an excellent unit. They're probably the better of a Poeni infantry, or very similar. But yeah, they're not as good as Sacred Band. Like I said, Carthage has some pretty outstanding infantry. It is definitely one of their strengths in this game to have that excellent infantry. And they have a lot of options with infantry, I should say. They're fairly well diversified faction from an infantry standpoint. They have spears, they have swords, they have hoplites. You know, so they have a nice variety of infantry. That's the way I would say it. Yeah, these armored hoplites are in a world of hurt right there. There they go. And then these last armored hoplites down here are going to be equally screwed. Alright, let's get out of phalanx. Run these guys down. Kill as many of these Greek troops as we can, because they're treacherous and they deserve it. What they get. I was sitting there saying nice things like, you know, I could give these Greeks these settlements, you know, to try and show them thanks for being good allies. As soon as I show up on their doorstep, they just declare war on me. Someone was joking, they were like explaining how the AI's diplomacy works in Rome Total War, and it's like, enemy near my city equals yes, and then declare war. It's not a bad summary of how the AI does behave, but I mean, let's be honest, like, that's probably not a bad tactic for the AI to take in order to create fun games for the player. And, I mean, let's be obvious, if a player is at the doorstep of an AI, they probably are going to attack. Like, I mean, let's not kid ourselves. We know how that's likely to end. I mean, I know I'm going to attack, most likely. Let's mop up those last few. Like I said, I want to kill as many of these armored hoplites as we can. It's no wonder the Macedonians were struggling to defeat the Greek cities, because the Greek cities had some pretty stellar infantry there with all those armored hoplites. It would not have been easy for Macedon to win a siege or an open field battle. But that is a massive victory. That's almost a 10-to-1 kill ratio. Well, it's not 10-to-1, but it's very, very good. It's way over 5. So take a look at some of the units that did the best here. Casualties inflicted, 356 for one of my Sacred Band. Good night. Greeks got owned. And the one that got 356 kills did only have 30 casualties. So that was pretty awesome. The Sacred Band lost experience? I didn't know you could lose experience in a battle. That's interesting. Interesting indeed. Well, there we go. Big battle. Fun battle. And the AI actually did engage me across the front. That was good to see. It actually moved up and fought me. What happened, Greece? What went wrong, huh? Idiots. Alright, I'm gonna merge these units again. just keep my Sacred Band at full fighting, but now you can see we're down to 6, whereas we previously had more than that. But I can train plenty infantry, and again, short of Spartan hoplites, be in pretty solid shape. The plenty infantry. Train that's plenty, and we can upgrade some of our units here with some armor. And maybe even weapons. I didn't look there to see. Was it armor and weapon? Yeah, it's going to be armor and weapon. So that'll make my Sacred Band that much more superior, and my plenty infantry that much more dangerous as well. So we'll keep retraining at Corinth. I think the Greeks and the Macedonians are in big doo-doo. They have made some serious life mistakes, which they may want to reconsider. We have our siege equipment here to go after the Romans. They don't have any reinforcements, and all they have is a single legionary cohort, which is a cool unit with its segmented armor and stuff. I love the way these Roman armor looks on the post-Marian stuff. It is absolutely amazing. One of the coolest looking things from the old world, to be honest. Got an assault. I mean, there's really no reason to drag this out against the Romans. They're likely to kill a whole bunch of my elephants in an auto-resolve, so I can't really fight the auto-resolve, even though I'd rather. So I'm just going to go ahead and fight the battle in person, as much as I hate to waste the time. I don't want to let my elephants get all shot up after bringing them all the way here from Italy. Elephants are such a fun unit. Hopefully we'll get to use them against the Julii. I think I'll transfer them over to Hannibal's army and let him march them against the Julii. We haven't seen the Romans take a good elephant shellacking like they deserve.
There are many roads to victory. Today our road lies through the enemy's ranks. Show no mercy as you cut them down!
Aye aye, Captain. Wait, what was that? It almost looked like my general was on an elephant. I think it's because he's standing right now. Yeah. He's like sitting right next to the elephant. That would have been cool. I love how in Rome 2 your general can be in an elephant. You know, this makes me want to go back after this and play a Rome 2 campaign. And the reason I say that is because it would be fun, like, after having played this one and getting to enjoy Carthage, it'd be great to go straight to Rome 2 and just kind of experience for myself, you know, hey, like, what things really felt like a big improvement in Rome 2? What things didn't really feel like a big improvement in Rome 2? Because some people like to say that this game was, you know, just better than Rome 2. I don't know that I agree with that. I mean, maybe I do. I guess it depends on the category we're talking about. Clearly, there's so much more content in Rome 2, so that is a big difference. The amount of content for sure. Wait, I don't want the pony infantry in that tower. Let's drop that. I want my Sacred Band. I'd kind of like to just take the walls with my Sacred Band. I don't really want to get a bunch of my units shot up here. There's only one legionary cohort, so I don't think it's going to be able to hold the walls against 2 Sacred Bands, but then again, I don't know. Legionary cohorts are pretty good. Roman heavy infantry is excellent, as it should be. They are not protecting the walls at the moment. Here are their onagers. And their legionary cohort is in the town center. Excellent. We shall grab the gatehouse unopposed. We'll go smash those onager crew. Whew, I say unopposed. Those machine gun turrets. Wait, how did I end up with a pony infantry there? I think I ended up... Ugh. I totally stuck the wrong units in there. Whatever. We didn't end up fighting the other cohort, so it ends up being good because I didn't lose any Sacred Band to the towers. Okay, now the gate belongs to Carthage. Come take these walls. Oh, the Romans got the reinforcements. Check it out. They have a whole bunch of Roman armored generals. Wonder, they can't enter the city anymore. Just took away their path in. I'm gonna go capture a good number of these towers. In fact, I'm gonna run all the way to here. There we go. I'm gonna capture these towers. Just kind of, like I said, kind of work my way around these towers. Probably all the way to here. Now the Romans will just end up getting shot by my towers. I'm wondering if the Romans wanted to swing around and attack my forces by the towers, but then by the time they got here, I had taken away the gate where they could re-enter the settlement. Or they're entering the settlement for the first time because these are reinforcements. Now their armored generals are just going to sit here and get shot, and I'm pretty keen to let them do that because then I will take no losses in the process. We haven't killed any generals at this point, but we've captured a lot of towers. Their onagers are getting absolutely destroyed by my towers. Look at that. Their weapons are already destroyed. Their crew are getting shot to bits. Their generals are now got their backs facing the towers. So they're stuck out here, so definitely something the AI wasn't capable of comprehending here. Let's fast forward. Finish capturing all the towers that I need to in order to make my way safely to the town square. Captured all these towers, so let's take my infantry down here. And I would say that that's all the towers I need to capture over here as well. Let's just head down over here. Let those two infantry units rest. They're going to be quite tired. Romans are getting absolutely shellacked by my towers. They brought out their no, this is a Principe unit. I guess they came in as reinforcements. One of the generals died. Let's mark all these as red. So they lost one general. There's many more. I love how the Romans just like stoically lined up in front of their own walls to be executed. You know, kind of like rather than be, you know, conquered or captured by Carthage. They just decided, you know what, if we're gonna go, we're gonna do it on our terms, via suicide. Only one enemy general down. Wow, that means the last unit standing was the general. Sure enough, and that's him. Same here. Can he not be targeted by the towers? Or does it just switch targets? That's very odd. Maybe he's not in range of the tower, I don't know. Principes didn't go up the ladder. I mean, the siege tower. They could have gone up the siege tower and captured it. Alright, another Roman general died. Okay. Bring our Libyan spears up this way. And our Poeni infantry. Boy, they actually... This is not the way. We can't get to the town center via this route without getting shot up by a bunch of towers. That is unfortunate. We're gonna have to take the long way around. I'm gonna give them waypoints there. I've gotta wait a long time. They had other troops here too, repeating ballistas. Oh, the boiling oil even came on. Here comes another Roman armored general. What a joke. I do like that they came out there, though, and kind of committed a ritualistic suicide. These two units over here, I'm very tempted to go kill them with my elephants. Oh, my Poeni infantry have a long run, and then they're going to have to rest. That's okay. The Romans are self-massacring out here, so very much appreciate it. Listen to those towers go. Good grief. This guy's gonna die. Yeah, there he goes. So another Roman general went down. So the SBQR Romans on display. They're doing what they always do in a campaign, which is sit there in their province and accomplish nothing. Okay, the Poeni infantry are on their final waypoint here, and then they can rest. Be very tired. Wish I could get my towers to cease fire so we don't get any friendly fire. Oof, I really want to send my elephants, but at the same time, it's like I don't want to get my elephants killed. we have to. We have to send the elephants. This is worth it. I mean, we're going to extinct the SPQR faction. We might as well do it in style. An elephant duel with the Roman leaders. I'm going to let the Romans die, just like they were in the Circus Maximus. Aw, man. The tower got one for me. Oh, well. In a minute. Alright, we can flank those guys. Alright, so the tower took out this one. Let's see if that Roman general will stand still long enough for my elephants to get him. Oh, they ran away. You cowards. Now they... I mean, one would assume they would be getting shot by the tower. The tower doesn't seem to target the lone general there. Get him, elephants. These guys, like, appeared like they were safe from the tower when they were behind here. My elephants are hungry. They need some food. Oh, that friendly fire, though. It's going to hurt my elephants. It's going to get out of there. It was a good idea. It just didn't work because the Romans ran away before I could massacre them with my elephants. Yeah, I don't want the friendly fire. I'm going to let the towers finish them. The towers will damage my elephants, potentially kill some of my own elephants. If I pull the Romans out of range, I'll be happy to feed them to the elephants. Oh boy, yeah, we got a fight going. That legionary cohort's not going to have any problem with those Libyan spearmen. We need to get this pointy infantry into position. I've got a few guys who are snagged in combat. Come on, get over here. Hurry! Come on, get together, get it together. Alright, phalanx and attack. Oh look, the Principe did live. They came out here to pet the elephants, I guess. No, bad Balearics. Bad slingers. Let the elephants play with their food, okay? Oh man, I love it. You all didn't know that you were going to get a little bit of circus games here, did you? Alright, let's just back up. I thought I told you all to stop shooting. What part of halt were you struggling with there? Alright, my Poeni infantry is now getting this legionary cohort. I may try and back my Libyan spear up because it's getting absolutely trashed. And then just let the Poeni infantry have the dignity of finishing these guys. In a phalanx formation, my Poeni infantry should be quite superior to the legionary cohort, but don't underestimate these Roman cohorts. Their armor and shield allows them to get up here. See this? How they've gotten some of my guys in melee without having their pikes? When the Romans do that, they will do well, because that's their fight, and you don't want to fight their fight. See here too, where they get some of my guys on the flanks. That's how they'll beat phalanx units head on. Just the heavy armor and their solid attack stats, they'll get you like that. They'll absolutely get you. So they're not to be underestimated. See that? They're only down to 81, and they've killed a fair number of my Poeni infantry. These guys up front are so well armored and defended that they kind of just get poked and they don't really die. Whereas over here, they'll just slowly chip away at your unit where they're in a fight where your units have to use their alternate attack. Because they're reloading their javelins. Trying to take a point-blank toss at me here. Cheeky. Fortunately, I've got good shields on the Poeni infantry. Otherwise, javelins will be very effective against phalanx units that have bad shields. The last stand of SPQR. Lucky this wasn't a legionary first cohort. Look at it, they got the wolf guy over here, the banner. Get him! Kill him! See how good their armor is? Like how many hits and stuff my guys get on them before they actually die? Again, just trying to give you an idea. Like you gotta appreciate this Roman heavy infantry. They are excellent fighting units, like absolutely excellent in the game. Look at that. He got pushed all the way over there. Who knows how many multiple hits before he died from my Libyans. Move up. Keep pushing these guys. I'm gonna keep pushing attack orders here. Pushing my phalanx forward. We might even be able to push them straight. Look at that. They defeated my Libyans. Like I told you, don't underestimate these units. That's why I didn't really want to fight them on the wall unless I could outflank them with Sacred Band. They are excellent fighting units. See, we used our blockiness there to just push them off the town center.
And all the sweeter for being
So decisive. Was decisive. So Capua is back under our control. Capua, however you say it. Be gone, filthy Romans. We have one family member, sorry, maybe two.
We have conquered.
Achievement unlocked. Conqueror. Yes, we got the achievement. We could disperse another 2,000 population. Might as well. Faction destroyed. The SPQR faction is no more. Honest Carthaginian hard work has destroyed these people. Their skulls are now no more than cobblestones on a road to greatness. So the Roman Senate destroyed. The only vestiges of Roman anything is these two guys who now turned into rebels, and then what's left of the Julii. I would say once proud, but they haven't been very proud. They've just been soundly defeated, like over and over and over again defeated. The Julii have really been dealt a great many losses. Alright, excellent. Get rid of some of the enemy ships sailing around. Sunk one of their two ships. Might be able to get the other one here. Nope, but at least we pushed him back. Excellent. I mean, the seas are looking pretty clear at the moment. Seas are looking pretty clear. Corinth, still well under our control. Yeah, why can't we? Oh, we are busy in the process of training and retraining. Let's cut a couple of those Polini infantry so that we can retrain units in their place here. And then we will just queue up more on the next turn, because we want to get our forces in Corinth up to full stock as quickly as we can. We need to build a shrine to Baal. And that's all we can build for now. Bone is looking good. Tarentum, good. Egypt looking beautiful. Everybody's happy now. At least for the moment, they're still happy. Need to finish retraining here. We should start training town watch garrisons for all these settlements. So I will begin that process, getting the town watch set up, and then we will move on and begin to wipe out more of Egypt's settlements. Continue pushing against them. Boy, there is very little left of Rome. Very little indeed. In fact, we should grab some garrison here so we can leave that city too. Once all three of these armies are freed up, the Macedonians are going to be in a world of hurt. I'll have multiple armies to push against them. And, I mean, hypothetically, we should have more armies to have working for us against the Germanians as well, who are kind of gathering up more troops. I really just need to get this town to grow at this point. It'll be kind of my focus here, because as it grows, we will be able to sustain much better armies. The Britons are parked outside of our settlement here. Can't say I really want to leave them here. It's the town very angry for me to take all of these. Oh, garrison, back in there. There, they're not riding. Good enough. In fact, we can put these crummy old barbarian units back in there like that. Where are you going? Why are you running away? Oh, they got head hurlers. Head hurlers, and I'm pretty sure their general will be in a chariot unit. Yeah, because I see it's 72, and then here it's 73, so it's the 72 plus 1. Let's fight this one. Those heavy chariot units will be tough. Head hurlers are absolutely devastating. If you let them sit in range, they are absolutely devastating. They can cause tons of damage to armored units. Especially if they get into a flank. It is just an utter mess. Heads everywhere.
A battle's never easy, but then it's not meant to be easy. It is a testing ground for men, for noble men, and even the lowest of us.
We need to go invade
ready for
Britannia.
this test.
I need to get some ships recruited up here.
Await my orders.
Get some ships recruited and go invade Britannia. Show the Romans how it's done, since they couldn't get it done. Yep, 2 chariot units. And their head hurlers are behind a warband. Let's take a look at these units because I haven't seen them up close. I mean, I really do like the blue color on the Britain units, and especially when they're all painted up in woad like these guys. That just looks awesome. They did a great job with that woad paint. And see, they've got their heads here ready to be hurled. You can see them all up on their belly. That's so gross. Oh man, let's look at their stats here, by the way. Just out of curiosity. Happening to my toolbar, it won't pop up. Hang on, what's going on here? Aye, there we go. Alright. Head hurlers. Missile range 40, ammo 960. I'm assuming that that's almost kind of like a multiple here to show how many they can throw. They have a combat bonus in snow and woods. Their missile attack is 21. We need to remember to compare that to another missile unit when we get the opportunity. So 21 missile attack off a head hurler, but if I remember right, that's pretty solid. Yeah, these British heavy chariots, they're no joke. Gotta respect them. Anything that scythes on it, like I said, it'll rip up your cavalry while they roll around. It's very different than the Iceni chariots from Rome 2, which were still fun units in their own right. Best way for me to beat them here is to just completely and totally overwhelm them with numbers. Just get them shaken up, and then when you do use the mass of enough units to slow a chariot down and they stop, then they won't be able to do their damage. They do their damage by moving. They have to keep moving. So if you're using chariots, charge, break through a unit, and keep moving. Like, keep your chariots rolling. Sometimes the animation of the chariots alone will accomplish this. And that's why chariots can be so dangerous. Like, if you just attack them with one unit, your unit just won't have the mass to slow them down. And your unit will get ripped apart and routed. And so that's why you see me blob up so many units into the chariot. It's a bit of a risk because I do think chariots can sometimes scare nearby units. But, you know, I'm using that mask basically to blob the enemy up and prevent them from being able to keep the animation of them running around, because that is what helps them kill you when they get that done. Let's take a look at the buildings here. I've got as good of a port as we can build here at the moment, which is not good. It's just a shipwright. What about here? We can build triremes here, which is certainly better than where we were at, I would say, right? Maybe? No? Same thing. The shipwrights. Well, let's start training some triremes. And I'll train some here as well. The best that we got down here, we'll just make use of it. Waste not, want not. Alright. I do want my elephants to move over to Hannibal's army. Excellent, excellent. Oh boy, Hannibal's army is a force to be reckoned with now. Rome is going to need a garrison to help hold it. And I think I'm going to plug some Iberians here. Actually, no, let's plug some pony infantry here. They will start out outside the settlement because there's no room. Good. Alright, let's get our buildings queued up. Kind of just build whatever we want at this point. The Scriptorum. Temple of Melkort. Scalabus is done for now, but it's not going to take too terribly long, hopefully, for it to hit the next growth. Awesome Temple of Baal at Asturica. That's great. Numantia. Scriptor. Nepte still's got negative growth, so that's not ideal. Narbo. We could just send some units down from Thapsus to Nepte. Execution Square, Lamonum. Temple of Baal. Tarentum. Stone walls would be good. Any place that can train Sacred Band is always a plus. Repair the walls there. Build that awesome temple to Baal. Alright. Good. That is good. General's on the way back. These guys on the way there. Faction destroyed. SPQR settlement besieged. The Greek cities. Agent found. Let's mark all messages as red. Training in some town watch up here. Corinth is retraining. Or no, I think we wanted them there. Yeah, my bad. Should be retraining these units. Starting with the ones that are actually missing units, but Sacred Band are missing them, but I won't be able to actually retrain it here yet. But soon enough, we will. Soon enough. I can send extra Sacred Band over from Tarentum and Croton if needed. I don't think it's particularly needed at the moment. I think we have the Greeks well under control. They are well under our boot. Hopefully the Seleucids don't treat us the same way after being such a kind protectorate for so long. Ah, that's funny, the Romans... That was very Roman right there, right? The SPQR failed, and then they turned into the rebels, and then the Julii killed them for their trouble, no longer even recognizing them as Romans anymore, because they've dropped so low. That was good. That was very... I got respect for the Julii there. I got respect for the Julii. That is a move that I can respect. That should have placed a pointy infantry outside of the settlement, right? I do not see it outside the settlement. Must be my army. Wait and get a few more troops on hand before we push the Julii, much as I am very much ready to. Get our slinger over here. This army can now get on the march. This army may end up marching into Germania instead. I had originally intended to attack Rome, but no longer appears necessary. Dunham. Good. Our fleets are training. Get plenty of triremes so we can defeat any enemy navies up here. Back into the settlement. Start retraining. The Germans are scared to attack us at Trier, and they should be. They rightly should be. Because my Sacred Band is very powerful there. Let's get back in here, by the way, and let's retrain that Sacred Band unit. Let's put another one on reserve, just in case. Just in case. What did I put into this army, by the way? Just Libyans. I'm going to need some pointy infantry in this guy's army because it's not going to be good enough to take on all those spear warbands. Retraining pointy infantry kind of sucks, though. They just have to make do. Make do with what we got. Yeah, I think we'll just have to make do. If we got enough slingers, we'd be able to pull it off. Got 4 slingers there. Can we train any more slingers up here? Yes, we can. I want to grab even more slingers to put into that army. Slingers are quite useful against the spear warband because they don't have a good shield, if any. I don't remember if they have a shield or not, but if they do, it's not a very good one. So our slingers can be used to kind of shred them up a bit, cut them down to size. Macedonian family member here with levy pikes, phalanx pikes, militia hoplites. Kind of a mix there. Corinth is pretty unhappy. considering they've been recently conquered and had their temple thrown down. I can't say I blame them. I think that's a pretty appropriate reaction. Not that I want that reaction from them, but I would call it appropriate. For certain. Now that we can train 20 infantry here, we should. And we will use it in place of these Iberians. I can leave the Iberians as a garrison. And then the 20 infantry can actually perform as a main army. So that is great news for us. Great news. Long shields. Scalopus Nepte. Siwa. Siwa is growing rather quickly. 5%. Not bad. Barracks. Haven't had a whole lot of problem fighting the Egyptians yet, but if they do show up with a bunch of phalanx troops, we will have quite a lot more problem fighting against them. It will get significantly harder. The phalanx troops complicate things. You can beat them without phalanx troops. Roman troops are best at beating phalanx troops without having your own phalanx, but when possible, and you're going head-to-head with a phalanx army, then my first suggestion would be, well, if you can have a better phalanx, then do that. Because that is certainly an easy way to win. Extra commander at Carthage for now, that's fine. Alright. Turncoat Army. Captain Zimirda? Oh! I did train the pointy infantry and the Romans bought them off. That's hilarious. It was one of these diplomats here. There's several diplomats. That's funny. Let's just see what our... We do not have good assassination chances up here, but we're going to take it. And it looks like we were killed in the attempt. Yay! Oh boy, let's get some more assassins. You're gonna need them. A lot of Roman agents sitting around, so let's get our assassins queued up. End our turn here. Get them, Seleucids. Take them down. Show them who's the best protectorate. My protectorate, you know? Don't I protect you good? I mean, I guess I kind of have, because I've been killing on the Egyptians, even though I haven't technically done anything immediate. But then again, I don't know, killing Egyptians, I guess that probably is kind of an immediate protection. The Seleucids, because they do certainly need the help. But we are sitting on some money now. They're sitting on some money now. Build up this settlement while our navies finish building. Germans are petrified, as they should be. They saw what happened outside Trier, and they're like, ooh, yeah, not sure we need that. Yeah, there's a pass through the mountains right there, which is perfect, because I need to stop here anyway. Pick up my extra slingers. So we'll just hit these guys with a ton of slings. Probably wouldn't hurt to have some more infantry, honestly, so I could pull these 2 units over into this army. Get the extra slingers, and then let's get Patavium some more garrison here. Got to get, oh my gosh, it takes so many to make them actually a little happier. Whatever. That's fine. That'll work for now. Alright, did we have another army? Is that another turncoat army? Very well could have been. Alright. It's getting really annoying, honestly. Let's start. We can train some town watch or something here, just to have something. And then maybe I can move them to Rome and then move my army out, because I think my armies just keep getting bought off. It's hilarious. Hey, credit to the Romans where it's due there. Speaking of, oh, I'm busy training, so I didn't get my agents all over the place. You know, I hope someone dies, but it doesn't seem like we're gonna have very good chances, you know? Take every chance I can get, though. More assassins, please. Get a lot of assassins rolling there.
Ready to sail. Prepare to engage.
Engage these fleets.
Attack.
Trying to blockade Rome. Nice try, though.
The sea is
Good
yours,
effort.
great lord.
Give you a C for effort.
Great lord. Attack.
We just sank so many Julii boats. Good. It's the best kind of Julii ship. Kind that's turned into a reef. That's gonna be it for this episode, folks. I'd say it was pretty well done, though. We retook Capua. You're in good shape, ready to start expanding, I think, further into Egyptian territory. Let's see how we do if we step away from Alexandria. Yeah, they a bit angry. Let's see if we can stabilize them. Nope. That's the best we can do. They're a little bit angry. They don't want me to leave yet. They still love their benevolent heir. Let's see. What if we leave one more unit? Nope, not enough. What if we leave this unit there too? Nope, not enough. Ooh, we're so close. We're so close to getting them out of this. I leave my phalanx unit. Ah, we're just like right on the cusp. How many more do I gotta leave? Oh, come on now.
Mighty General.
Good heavens.
My lead orders.
There we go. Finally hit the tipping point. Not exactly the way I want this to work, but hey, look, more mercenaries. Confirm.
Mighty General.
Let's get on the march. I want to keep moving. Alexandria isn't happy, but they're gonna have to deal. Just gotta deal with it. All there is to it. Get stuck with it. You're gonna deal with it. Some more units in there. Train the town watch. Alright, I will see you all next time. Hope you enjoyed it. HeirofCarthage signing out for now.